Steve Kim for UCN here with promoter Bob Arum. Bob, your man this week, Nonito Donaire, has a very big fight against Nicholas Walters. It's part of a bigger picture, though, in the featherweight division with your company, isn't it?
That's right. We have, in addition to this fight, which is a great fight, two real bangers, Donaire and Nicholas Walters, who also fights for us. We have Vasyl Lomachenko fighting on Manny's card November 22nd in Macau against this Thai fighter who hasn't lost a fight in 8 years. Big knockout guy. So if Lomachenko wins that fight, I'd like him to fight the winner of Donaire and Nicholas Walters in a really great featherweight showdown. The featherweight guys are really talented.
Bob, you have a very deep roster at 126. Ben Gradovich is another guy under the top-ranked banner. Why did you decide to kick things off with the matchup, this particular matchup of Donaire-Walters? What was the thinking behind that?
The guys wanted to fight each other. HBO wanted very competitive match in the featherweight division. And since we have so many good featherweights, we made this match. Gradovich is fighting in Omaha on HBO on November 29th against Miguel Cotto's fighter, Jason Velez. So that's another good fight. So there's a lot of activity in the featherweight division. Donaire was reluctant to fight Gradovich because they have some kind of friendship and ties with Robert Garcia. And Lomachenko and Gradovich don't want to fight each other because they have the same manager. So, I mean, this was the solution. They're in real tough. Who knows who's going to win this fight? And the odds reflect that.
Bob, a bit of a December shakeup or a shuffle. There are reports that a third go-around between Brandon Rios and Mike Alvarado could be consummated. How far along are you in that process?
Well, we have a proposal from HBO. We're talking to the fighters. There was the inclination to do it in Denver. I don't think it's smart to go in Denver in December because I don't want to, ski to the arena. So we're looking at alternate sites for the fight.
Bob, as it relates to the situation with Matvey Korobov and Andy Lee, that's a fight that you are involved in. You said that HBO now has given you the green light. Where do you think that fight lands?
Well, if we do December 20th, then it'll land on December 20th. If we don't do December 20th, it'll land on December 13th as part of a triple header.
Bob, a lot of things going on with Top Rank Boxing. You have now, once again, gone down the road with Julio Cesar Chavez. There are reports you're trying to make a Carl Froch fight. Are you any more optimistic this time around about getting that done?
I don't know. I can't spend a lot of time on stuff that might not happen. So I'm, we'll see. We'll see what happens. There are plenty of other fights. I think that Chavez has always told me he wants to fight Froch. So, we have one more fight under our contract with Chavez. Let him do that fight with Froch, who he says he wants to fight, and that's it. And he can, do whatever he wants.
No contract extensions or anything of that ilk?
No, just one fight. I mean, he said he doesn't want to fight contract extensions. People have been tampering with him. So, I mean, we know, but that, I don't have to state our legal position. Will be vindicated in court against the people who are tampering. And I look forward to him fighting Froch and then going on his way.
Bob, as it relates to another guy that's been holding out, if you want to put that term, Mikey Garcia. Do you think these fighters are getting, well, I think you know what the answer is. They're getting bad advice. They're holding out. Do they not realize the game moves on with or without them?
Well, I don't know. They all want, a lot of them don't really want to fight. A lot of them aren't really fighters. They like the money. And I think Mikey would want a big payday. I mean, give him a fight with Manny Pacquiao and make him happy, and then win or lose, and he goes on his way. but he's not really a fighter anymore. I mean, he really doesn't like, you know, I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to get in the ring either, you know. So, I mean, I think that's Mikey Garcia's problem.
Do you think Mikey Garcia's greatest contribution to Top Rank in boxing has been opening the door for Terrence Crawford?
Absolutely. Look, I mean, that's been the history of boxing. One guy is obstinate and doesn't want to fight and is looking for the blue sky, and somebody else walks through the door, and that somebody was Terrence Crawford. So Mikey Garcia made Terrence Crawford's career.
Bob, one last question. I know you don't want to look ahead to any other fight. I know Manny Pacquiao must focus on Chris Algieri. But based on some of the comments coming now from Floyd Mayweather about that fight, he seems to be very sensitive about that issue. Do we now fully put Pacquiao-Mayweather to bed once and for all?
What do you mean, put it to bed?
Well, never talk about it, because it seems like Floyd seems very, very reluctant to even discuss that matchup.
Well, I don't know. You know, if it happens, it happens. It's better off maybe nobody talking about it. And if nobody talks about it, it'll probably happen. That's the strange thing.
Have you given up?
No.
Why not?
Because I think it's a fight. Every place I go, people say to me, when is Manny going to fight Floyd? I mean, that's the fight people want to see. So why would I give up on it?
Okay, Bob, thanks for the time.
Right.
Promoter Bob Arum, this is Steve Kim for UCN.